Cindy Whitehead, what is your favorite quote? Ready?
Ready. Live life balls to the wall. Do epic stuff. Take every dare that comes your way. You can sleep when you're dead.
Yes, I like that. And you editorialized that a little, right? That was fixed a little.
I did for FCC.
You know, I went and looked at your bio. You're the Uber of cool. I mean, if I look up the word cool in the dictionary, your picture is next to it. I mean, you have an amazing life.
Thank you. I like my life. I'm pretty happy with it.
Really an amazing life. So if somebody else, and I know I'm supposed to do this, but you probably know certain secrets about yourself that you generally don't share. Before I get into whom you are, what do you think is one of those really rare, unique things that you normally don't discuss with people that makes you insanely cool?
I think a couple things that people don't know about me, some people don't know, I skateboarded down the 405 freeway during Carmageddon. So that's kind of different.
So I saw somebody planking. I know someone planked on the 405. You actually skateboard.
Yeah.
What part of the 405?
Up by Getty Center Drive.
So Good Hill.
Yeah, Good Hill.
Really
It took me
good.
2.5 hours to get in to do it.
I think, and you probably went by Skirball?
Yeah.
Down by Skirball. Okay, people that are listening, first, the 405 is considered one of the busiest highways in America. And during Carmageddon, they closed off the 405 because they were building a bridge near the Skirball. And this was over a weekend.
Yes.
And it was chaos in Los Angeles. Do you know why they call it the 405?
No.
Because it takes 4 or 5 hours to drive down it.
It definitely does. It's the most hated freeway in Los Angeles.
Without a doubt in the world. But that's pretty cool. But we know that. That's in your bio.
Okay.
So now you have to dig deeper inside you. I need you to really, if I bring in your husband, would he say something that you probably would have forgotten about?
Probably.
What is your husband's name?
Ian.
Ian, come on here. Right now. Ian, come on. No, come here, Ian. Ian,
He's not allowed.
No, Ian, come here, real quick. Come here, Ian. No, right here. Have him stand. He's going to stand right here. Ian, you got the purple microphone real quick. I'm just going to borrow you for a second.
Oh, shit.
Hey, there you go. We got it out there. Ian, I want you to tell me something that makes your wife uber cool that most of us don't even know about. Get right in the microphone.
I haven't actually got anything that makes her uber cool, except for that she works and has more fun than anyone I know.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
I know. You follow her like a groupie.
I am her groupie.
You are her groupie.
I am her groupie.
He's a paparazzi.
I am her paparazzi, her groupie. When I first met her, she wouldn't let me ride the Wave Runner. She has to be in control.
Oh, that's what I wanted to hear. You're a control freak, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
all I want. I like that right there. Thank you. Now you could go back to your secret life of not being in the camera at all. Okay, I'll kick him out. Does that make you happy now, control freak?
Thank you.
Yeah. And all right, so you are a control freak.
Yeah, to some extent, absolutely.
So I don't want to call it a control freak because everybody says that, right? I say what you are in control.
Yes, I like that better.
And being in control means you want to make sure everything around you is pointing in whatever your vision and your direction is.
Yes.
And that takes a lot of confidence and a lot of work, but it also takes sometimes some failures in your past. Do you agree with me on that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right. So what is your mission in life?
My mission is to promote girls in action sports and give them the voice that they don't have yet out there.
They don't have.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, for example, in skateboarding, this is your love. You have an amazing skateboard in front of you. What do you have?
Thank you. Oh, that's the new Duster's Girl Is Not a Four-Letter Word collab board that is coming out July 1st. It's a long board. And this is the first
time we're seeing it?
Yeah, it's the first time anybody's seen the bottom, and it's done with a artist.
Can you lift it up just a little more so we could see it?
It's done with a street artist who's actually an entrepreneur named 1K34. So
wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
And this is going to be available starting next month.
Worldwide, July 1st.
That's amazing. Where can people go to get that?
They can go to dusterscalifornia.com, and then there will be links on where to buy it.
And you're promoting this because they believe in the same thing you believe in, and giving girls the opportunity. Hey, get involved.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So why do you think this is an uphill battle, getting girls involved? Why is it?
I don't think it's so much an uphill battle getting girls involved. It's getting girls to be seen and heard. That's been the uphill battle since I was a teenager. Skateboarding is predominantly a male sport, but girls, the numbers are growing and growing faster and faster. And it's really just getting the magazines and the TV shows, et cetera, to be on board. But that's happening now. The X Games start today. We have girls competing in Women's Street on Saturday. That's a big event. If everybody tunes in, the more viewership we get, the more we get later on.
Cindy Whitehead's joining us. So a friend of mine created the biggest skateboard park in Kandahar, okay,
Really?
in Afghanistan. And it's mostly girls that are there.
Oh, Skatistan, Oliver.
Yeah, Skatistan,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
Oliver.
that's-
I just met him for the first
Cameron
time.
Sinclair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cameron
They're
put it together.
Great people.
Right? An amazing environment. But it seems like since there is no stigma at all, girls got involved right away, not knowing they're not supposed to, right? It's like,
Exactly.
and all of a sudden it changed, and they're super active there. So where is it here in the States where, hey, you know what? You're a girl. It's not cool to be doing skateboard. Where did that ever start?
I think now it's super cool. Now,
Beyond cool.
Yeah, now it's like skateboarding is the new black. That's how I term it in fashion because my two loves come together. And that's how I see it. So more and more girls are getting involved. It's really just getting to see them and knowing they're out there. That's why we have a website and an Instagram and all that stuff to showcase those girls.
Which is girls is not a 4-letter word. And the number
girl singular.
girl is not a 4-letter word. The number 4 is in there.
Number
right?
4, you can type in FOUR too. It all goes to the same place.
It goes there, right?
Yeah.
How you doing with it? Good mission? Is it working?
It's great. We have a collab skateboard. We have a collab helmet with excess helmets.
Gotta wear a helmet.
Yeah, each collab gives back to girls in action sports. Every collab we do, that's a necessary thing for us to be on board, is to give back.
And do you think that skateboarding is just one? We got to talk about other action sports out there, right? What other sports out there do you want to see girls do?
Definitely
Everything.
BMX. Surfing, they're getting a lot of coverage. I think that's great. Snowboarding is becoming very mainstream as far as the coverage with male, female, same with surfing. BMX is another one that I'd like to see get more coverage.
Are you doing all these things?
No, I don't do BMX. I did BMX in half pipe once or twice back in the day. It's on video somewhere.
What's the day?
Well, back in the 70s.
70s?
Yeah. That's when I started skateboarding. So that's when I turned pro
Wait,
back in the 70s.
70s?
Yeah.
You're also what's called a sports stylist. What is that?
That's basically, I do wardrobe styling for professional and Olympic athletes and regular athletes too. So I work for like brands like Old Navy, Gatorade, Nike, Asics.
Huge brands.
Yeah, huge brands.
Huge brands. And they call you in to give those personalities some type of new style?
No, basically I style the commercials, the catalogs, the advertising shoots. So I come in to help the brand deliver their message via the athletes that they have that are endorsees.
So I want you to go back, since I know how old you are now, which I'm shocked. I thought I was much older than you. I want you to go back to when you were young, under 10.
Okay.
I want you to regress right now, okay? The love you have today, is it the same love you had back then?
For?
The love you have today, did you have them when you were young?
Oh, yeah. I think the same passions and love I had back then is pretty much the same that I have now.
And I believe that if we really look at what our childhood loves were, and if we aspire to be that when we are an adult, we actually find our happiness. Does that make sense?
I believe that too.
Right?
I think that's true.
But the problem is, along that journey of becoming an adult, we get detoured or deviated in a direction to where it's about money and responsibilities and all these things, and we forget about the loves that we actually had inherently in ourselves. How did you maintain your love as a child as you became an adult? How did you do that?
I think because I'm a pusher, I push back to people. Like even my own father, my whole family is, attorneys and doctors. And my dad used to say, when are you going to get a real job? Even when I was styling.
To this day probably says that, right?
Yeah, my father's passed away now, but believe me,
Say the same
it's
thing.
still the same thing. And my mom is still concerned that I'm going to be arrested and my father's not around to bail me out. And my sister's a criminal attorney and she advises me on a lot of things, like the 405 and some other things.
Wasn't that awesome, by the way?
Yeah, it was awesome. She was asleep, though, when I called her when I was done skating, and so she was no help of all if I had been arrested, but I had a bail bondsman's number on my arm. But yeah, I think because I pushed back, I knew what I wanted. I've always known what I wanted, and I've kind of stayed true to my message regardless of what other people try to push me towards.
Could you imagine, let's go back to Carmageddon. I think it was, 4 years ago, right? 4 or 5 years ago.
2012.
2012. Could you imagine if things like Periscope existed back then? If you could have live streamed yourself going down the 405?
Yes, but the problem with that is if you were live on Periscope, it would give people more chance to tune in to knock you off to the police. Next thing you know, you're getting arrested.
Did you make a video of it?
No, only did stills because my husband's a still photographer, and we just did stills of it. But that was enough for me. That was
enough,
good.
yeah. A lot of validity, right? You validated it. It's just
Yeah,
cool.
probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
And you didn't hurt anyone. You weren't. I mean, the rule you broke was stay off the 405. Well, with your car, I think they're asking you, not skateboard. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember them saying skateboards either.
Not at all.
I think
You didn't
he's
break any
totally
rules.
fine.
So
Ask permission later.
you are you're a rule breaker.
Yeah, I would say that, but a safe rule breaker for the most part.
Do brands like rule breakers?
I think brands who are forward thinking, who understand the vision and are on board with what your messages do, for sure.
Without a doubt. I mean, in every case, an athlete wants to be a rule breaker. An athlete wants to break the rules of gravity. They want to break the rules of speed. They always want to break whatever's out there. And those are records then. That's what it turns into, right?
Right.
So since you're a rule breaker in a good way, is that what you use to knock on the doors of brands saying, hey, look what I'm doing. You got to understand these passions and these are important for you as a brand.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get told no a lot, and I still get told no. I probably always will. That's, like, I guess you can call that a failure, but I don't look at it as a failure. I look at it as another angle and another way to get my message in.
Right.
So someone does understand it and somebody does change that no to a yes.
Cindy Whitehead's joining us. Girl is not a 4-letter word, which I love. I think you may have heard me say before, I was a sexist pig until I had a daughter.
I did hear you say that, but I find that hard to believe.
I really was. I grew up in a very male type environment and a very old school type environment. The minute I realized how bad that thinking was and wrong it was, and especially when I had a daughter, I knew the rules had to be changed moving forward. And people like you, I celebrate because there's not enough people in the world that are encouraging women around the world to say, hey, there is no. Just get around that no, right? And you just said that, hey, I hear a lot of no's, but you find a way around it.
Yeah,
right?
And I think girls also need to ask for what they want. That's one of my biggest things is teaching girls to ask for what they want.
Right.
Girls kind of wait for it to happen sometimes, and they're afraid to ask because you could hear no, but no just means, another opportunity to get a yes.
You just mentioned some huge brands recently that you're working with.
Yes.
Right? Did they say no to you initially, and did you find a way to get a yes out of them?
Sometimes they still say no to me. It just it depends on what's going on. What they have on the calendar and what I'm available to do or want to do, or, it's contracts. It's a lot of things. So there's a lot of steps we go through to work with those brands and for them to work with us.
So what suggestions do you have as entrepreneurs out there, how to get like a brand or people to kind of follow your cause, your mission? What are some things that you do, work for you that will potentially work for other people?
I would say have a clear vision and a clear voice of what it is you want and what you're putting out there.
Okay.
Stick to it. Obviously, if there's something majorly wrong with it, listen to what experts around you or mentors are saying. I think mentors are very important. Also, just, like I said, ask for what you want.
Ask.
You have to ask. People aren't just going to knock on your door necessarily till later on and say, hey, I'm giving you this. You have to go out and ask.
No one's going to give it to you, right?
No, everybody can have a great idea, but you have to actually do something with that idea to get it out there to be heard.
So have a vision, have a plan, and ask.
Yes.
Those are 3 things.
Yeah.
That's your combination.
I would think so.
I love that. So let's do this.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You know what this is all about.
Yes.
I'm going to shake them up right now because now that you already know, Cindy Whitehead's joining us. CEO, 60-second CEO, music, ready, go. Tea or coffee?
Oh, coffee. No, tea. Sorry.
Favorite app on your phone?
Instagram.
Yeah. Let's go. Dumb or Dumber or The Matrix?
Matrix.
Who's your favorite character in Point Break?
I can't remember the characters in Point Break.
Really?
No, it's not my favorite.
Favorite animal?
Lion.
Favorite Daredevil?
Laura Croft.
Ooh, I like that, right?
Yeah.
Who is your favorite entrepreneur?
I would say Donna Burton Carpenter, Burton Snowboards.
Favorite brand?
Favorite brand? Apple, because I use it every day.
Any place in the world you could be right now for a vacation, what would it be?
Sayulita.
Don't even know that one. This is the first time I've ever heard something I never knew. If you had $1 million in your back pocket and you want to spend it on something and it mattered, money didn't mean anything, what would it be?
Women skateboarding.
And scale 1 to 10, how weird are you?
An 8.
Yeah. And last word, and that is, what is your perfect word for you?
focused.
Focus. That's perfect. I like that a lot. You are focused, right?
Yeah.
You're focused. You're driven. I said initially you're a control freak. No, you're in control. Okay. And then favorite animal is?
A lion.
Why?
Uh,
Why a lion?
Well, I would say because they're
3 adjectives.
fearlessness, proud, strong, brave. Well, that's 4, but
That's you. And
thanks.
where did you want to be on vacation?
Sayulita, Mexico.
Oh, it's a location. Okay, I thought it was a country. I don't even know where that is. Okay,
Yeah,
why
it's outside
there?
of Puerto Vallarta. It's just like an expat community. It's super cool. You can surf. It's just a really great vibe. It's my place where I can relax. It's
Just
the
to
only
turn
place.
off, right?
Yeah.
And as you become on your next phase of life, which you and I are both on that other side, where do you see doing this? I just saw a woman who was, 92 years old who just did a marathon. Did you read about that?
Yeah, I did.
Right? Yes, I love seeing that. Do you see yourself well into 100 doing all the skateboarding, not even stopping?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I don't think there's any age limit on skateboarding.
No, not at all. I mean, especially as the wheels get bigger, right?
Yeah, or what type of board you ride. Like longboard's more forgiving than a shortboard.
See, I know nothing about skateboard. I did skateboard in the 80s. What is so cool about a skateboard compared to other sports that you are not involved with? Because you really are into skateboarding.
Yes.
Why?
You can do it by yourself. It's your own personal achievements. There's no coach usually. There is no team. You don't have to have a lot of people to do it. You can just go out and do it, and it's freedom. And it's also friendships and family. It's people you meet through skateboarding. I can go anywhere in the world and say I'm a skateboarder and introduce myself. Somebody's going to say, hey, come stay here. Or, hey, let me tell you about this. It's a different sort of mindset.
Are you into any form of team sports?
I'm not personally. I used to play baseball when I was younger, but I like to watch team sports.
You like to watch. Mm-hmm. So girls that are listening right now, do you have to encourage them to get involved, or is it more towards their parents?
I would say it's both, but a lot of girls want to be involved. They're asking their parents for skateboards. I got an email last night from a man who says a 6-year-old daughter asking me where to buy the board because he likes the message and he wants his daughter to skate.
Yeah, I like this too. Again, people want to find out more about this board. Can you hold it up one more time? Again, what are we looking at?
This is the Dusters California Girl is Not a 4-Letter Word collab skateboard. Longboard, actually. It'll be out July 1st.
And the difference between a shortboard and longboard is what?
Longboard is longer, more stable.
I get that. Well, what does it mean?
It's just a longer board, and it's easier to ride, and it actually turns a little bit better. It's more of like a surfing style, for me at least.
Okay, and the shortboard, why would somebody have a shortboard? What are they going to do? Stunts? What?
Well, no, the shortboard that we make is 28.5 inches long, and it's like a cruiser, so you can just cruise on it. You can throw it in your locker, throw it in your car easily.
Okay, between you and I have a pet peeve with something.
What?
Not you. People that put motors on their skateboards.
I used to have a pet peeve about that, but you know what? I saw one recently at a trade show, and it was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, but you're not really getting exercise any now, and you kind of it's like sitting in a gigantic Costco cart and someone else is pushing you, right? You
but it's better than driving your car.
Well, I agree with that.
If you have to go far.
So you're okay with it now?
I'm okay with it. I personally don't use one. I'm not going to ride one, but I say for people who want to, as long as you're out there on a board and you're skating, I'm cool with anything you want to do.
So you mentioned Apple as your favorite brand.
Yes.
How are you and Apple alike?
Clear vision, clear message, consistency in branding, and hopefully have a product that people enjoy, like, and keep coming back for more.
Yeah, and desire it, right?
Yes.
That's exactly it. Again, people want to find out more. What's the website?
Girlisnotafourletterword.com.
Thanks a lot for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.